What's up, everyone? It's GC Performance here, back with another video. Today I have for you guys the Trek Madone Project 1 in the SLR9 800 OC LV. It's at 58 centimeter. This is with pedals, cages, mount light, saddlebag, 20 pounds, 8 ounces, 9.30 kilos. This thing's a tank, but it looks good. You gotta be fast and heavy. Stay tuned after the video. We're gonna have a free advice contest, and thank you guys so much. Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is GC Performance here, back with another video. Today I have for you guys the 2021 Trek Madone. This is the SLR9 and the 800 OCLV carbon series. This is their top line carbon that they make. As you can see, he went with the SRAM Force components in there, so this is not the highest build out you can do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about the whole bike, show off the components he went with, and as you guys saw at the beginning of the video, it weighed in at 20 pounds, 3 ounces, which is super heavy. It's definitely a heifer of a bike, but he went with a little bit more of cheaper components, and that is real world weight. I mean, he has a saddlebag on here with a full tube, CO2, a bunch of different stuff, 2 cages, pedals, and a Garmin mount and light on here as well. So, and also the tires are gator skins that are kind of a heavier size, so keep that in mind. And Madone is a full-on aero bike, so you know, it is going to be a little bit heavier, but 20 pounds, 3 ounces definitely is heavier than what we like. But yeah, we'll get into that and talk about the whole bike. So starting off, you have the whole Bontrager one-piece system that's on Madone. This is their own carbon fiber bar, their own carbon fiber stem. This is all one piece where the cables and housing are ran through the bar system, through the stem, down into the head tube, down to the brake, down to the rear brake as well down there. Benefit here that this is SRAM Force, so everything is wireless, so it is pretty easy just to run the 2 cables through here. Changing out stems is pretty much a breeze if you work at a truck dealer or something like that. I have seen a couple dealers do it, so not too bad. It's not like the new Tarmac SL7 where the cables are ran underneath here, but you do just have kind of like a cover plate right here. But you still do have to unhook the brake cables if you do ever want to change out a stem system, so keep that in mind. You have this little integrated handlebar mount and Garmin stem right here for a little light, so that is pretty cool. All these kind of one-piece bar and stem combos will now have their own kind of system for integration system. Obviously, these are very wide. You're not going to be able to fit like a normal Garmin mount on there, so keep that in mind. You do have a SRAM Force shifter. So it's a 12-speed group set. You have its wireless shifting and a hydraulic disc brake on here. I believe this is a Bontrager handlebar bar tape. I heard that Bontrager has some of the nicest bar tape out there. I have never used it myself, but it looks like it's held up past this time. I mean, I know this guy has had some miles on here as well. Full record, I do not sell Trek. This is just a customer's bike they dropped off. I got some time to do a video on it, so I'm a huge fan of them, by the way. I've been never biased towards any company. I like Trek, Cannondale. I'm a specialized in Scott dealer, but Trek, I mean, they make some great looking bikes, man. I mean, that name, that paint job, they make some beautiful looking bikes, and the Project 1 bikes are insane. So this is a Project 1 Madone. This model probably came in at 8,300, right on par with the Amanda. But yeah, so we'll get right back into it. He has on here the Bontrager EOLus wheels. I believe they're the 34 wheels, but he just kind of put a XXX sticker over the logo of it. I mean, I think it looks pretty decent. It definitely fooled me at first. I'm not a Bontrager guy. I don't know them too much, but it definitely looks good. Bontrager is very similar like Revol. This is Trek's own brand. It's a carbon fiber rim. They're very well known, very reputable. Their pro teams are riding them. You know, them, Revol, they don't need to be, you know, they're high quality rims, so they're putting out good stuff. Usually the Bontrager hubs and Revol hubs are going to be a DT Swiss rename, so this Bontrager is usually DT Swiss internals. So you can do those little ratchet tricks that I have done in videos in past, where you can change out the ratchets in the rear pretty quickly with DT Swiss ratchets on there. He does have gator skin tires on here. They look like 700 by 28s, so they are a heavier tire. It is a through axle on here. You have a SRAM Force flat mount brake. You have 140 rotor in the front, 140 rotor in the rear. I'll show you that in a minute. Going down to the bottom bracket area, this is I believe a T47, someone correct me on here. So it's a dub T47 bottom bracket. It is threaded, but a wider bottom bracket as well. You can see right there, that's the SLR 800 OCLV. I think they make an SLR 600 as well, which is gonna be one step under. This is like their top of the line carbon that they make for this frame though, or for their components. It is a 58 centimeter frame. Still, I don't think excuses the 20 pound weight that came out to. Segafredo, I believe, was a team name that was on the Grand Tours. But yeah, damn, I just, sorry, that blue looks amazing in the sunlight. It looks really good. They do some of the best paint jobs out there. You have the Madone logo right here. This is in a chrome. What Trek Madone's known for, they have this little ISO speed right here. So you have this little bit of a rubber elastomer. It takes away some of that vertical stiffness. That's the biggest thing and biggest complaints about Aero bikes. Full Aero bikes are known for having bad vertical compliancy. So what that means is that the vibrations that you get from the road when you're riding over the road, you get that rattle, you get that numbness, you hit those bumps. It's usually very stiff, but what Trek has done, this is their patented own proprietary ISO speed right here. It's rubber elastomer here, and you can see underneath the top tube of the bike, you have this little separation right here as well to kind of dampen those vibrations. So it makes the bike a little bit more compliant, makes it able to bend right here and take away some of that roughness. But it's nothing separating the frame, nothing that's going to cause less power, but just a little bit more rubber elastomer and that little two-piece section right there to allow some forgiveness to the body. So Trek has done that really good job. Madone is a very beautiful high-end bike, but it will be a little bit softer than like a Venge or something like that. It has lower seat stays than normal bikes, but it does connect to the top where you're seeing these bikes now with the seat stays that connect right here. The crank that this customer went with is a 4835 chainring, so it's a 4835 chainring up front. He does have a cork power meter on here. This is a single-sided for the SRAM Force. He has Shimano Ultegra carbon fiber pedals on here, and then he has a SRAM Force front derailleur on here as well. And the rear is a SRAM Force rear derailleur, and then a SRAM red chain that we have on here. Cassette in the back is going to be a 10, I think it's a 36. Yeah, 1036 cassette on the back, which is a massive gear. He is Canadian, so this is Florida right now. So you would think that, maybe why would you have that gear in here? But he does take this bike back and forth. He can go into the hills with this gear. I mean, you're in a 35, 36. That's gonna be a pretty easy gear to get up some mountains, so that's great. You have their duo tap ready system that you can buy. That's extra, I just learned that out. So if you wanted to include like a power meter, a speed or cadence sensor you can put on there, you can add that on later on. Trek does that into their frames. A very cool situation. Again, this is the Bontrager EOLus, I think 34 wheels. Great rim, very nice rim. Nothing to say about them that hasn't been said already. It's very similar, I think, to the Revolve C38 wheels. Just a mid-range carbon fiber rim that's going to do its job. Again, a Bontrager rear wheel, and I think it sounds like a 36 tooth hub in there. Again, you can do that ratchet trick that I told you guys about. Follow my videos before. You have the DT Swiss skewer back here. It is a through axle for the front and rear, 140 rotor in the back, and then a SRAM Force brake caliper back here as well. Saddle he is riding with is a Bontrager EOLus Elite. Nice compliant saddle, good cutout, good support, very good. And then he has the Bontrager saddlebag on there as well. But yeah, all in all, the bike looks very clean. To raise and lower the seat posts on here, boom, boom. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about these Trek Madones. Like I said, I'm a big fan of them. That weight on here, I don't know. That's a heavy bike for 20 pounds. I'll sit there and say 17 pounds ain't that bad, but 3 pounds extra, I mean, that's getting up there for sure. Again, this is a 58. Saddlebags on there, pedals are on there, cages are on there, lights on there. But it came at 20 pounds. I think the retail on this bike is around $8,300. But it's a Trek Madone SLR9 800 OCLV carbon series, a top line carbon. This is a Project 1 model. Beautiful looking paint job. It's a navy blue with a red and the white logo. Absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys again so much for everything, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. All right, we got a free body sound test on this Bontrager rear wheel. There we go. Great. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.